West Virginia, newest national park in the national park system, New River Gorge. We're visiting that this week. Checking out the Outpost Campground. Great campground, especially for you tent campers. You want to check that out. Plus, just a cool park. Something that you probably going to want to see. Stick around. Small area up front here. You got a couple old campers you can use. A neat little trail kind of goes around this campground. Not a lot of RCV sites. I think they've got plans in the future. What's really cool, the way they've done some of these tent sites. So, you tent campers, this place is awesome. Up top here, I'm going to show you what they've got some of their tents set up as. It's really, really neat. Pretty interesting. They've got these decks built just for tents. It's like a miniature Edgar Evans. Tie downs made for your tent. Everything. It's really pretty impressive little setup if you're a tent camper. Because you've got a roof plus a tent. Plus you're on wood, so you're not on the ground. Pretty solid setup. Another thing they have are these little cabins. So at our second brewery of the trip, New River Brew, I think. River Bridge Brewery. I'm gonna have to look it up. Pretty cool place. Check it out a little more as we leave, but worth checking this one out. If you're ever in Fayetteville, coolest little town, it's definitely great beer. So just to make that right, that is New River Bridge Brewing Company. Why not pizza tonight? See how it looked. Alright, so this one is a chain restaurant, and I normally try and stay away from them, but it's in a common chain, and you know they got a good beer selection. Pretty solid pizza. Hey, I would give this one high marks, especially for a chain. Check this place out. Well, did not expect it, but visitor center's open. Some states have paid, so we're lucky enough to have that. So West Virginia, good job. So this is a Sandstone area visitor center. You walk in and there is a giant map of the whole river and kind of the park on the floor in the tile work. Very, very cool. Neat visitor area. Pretty small one, but definitely worth a visit. Of course, always check in. If there's rangers there, they could tell you more than I ever could. But just, I loved this park. But it's very unique in the fact that you don't necessarily go into the park. You're kind of skirting the edges and then dip in and out of the park and just kind of new things. one thing. Got a cool little picnic area right behind the visitor center here. Sandstone. Just like a mini trail. We got some friends. This would be the perfect trail for them. Look at that. Now, this is the visitor center closest to the bridge. You can see the bridge where we just went down to a short trail we can overlook. I'm not sure if everything here is new. I'm assuming it is. But it's a great visitor center. A lot of the parts of it were closed, so we couldn't show you that because of the government shutdown. Definitely a neat place to check out, though. One thing to remember, this park, like I said, is a little different as far as it doesn't have a go into the park. It also doesn't have a welcome sign like most of the parks will have. So if you're looking for that perfect picture, the only big sign that you're going to get is going into that visitor center. So I don't know if you could hear it in the background. There was a train running around the bend there. Horseshoe Bend Overlook. We did the tunnel trail, and you can kind of see there's it's pretty neat rock formations, and then some, some tunnels or caves. They've got most of them blocked off, but still a short, about a mile trail. Very worth doing. Check it out if you're around there. Easy trail. It even goes up to the ball field. So if you were there with the baseball game or whatever, right there at the trail. Yep. Mini trail. Man, they've got those bridges everywhere, which I guess a park known for its bridge should have a lot of bridges. So as we were driving Fayetteville Station Road, you'll see that in just a minute, we come across this, which is Wolf Creek Falls. I I highly recommend stop and check this out. It's a very, very short hike. I mean, up a hill and you're at the falls. It's basically right off the road. But you've got all that you're seeing here. This little bridge, a really cool kind of a rock falls off to the side, and then if you go up the hill, the actual falls, which are like this moss covered cascading waterfall that's just absolutely cool. Definitely a high point of this drive. Of course, we go from one waterfall to the next. So this is a bit of a drive far into the park. This is Sandstone Falls. And while this is not a large cascading waterfall of massive proportions as far as the height, it's like 1,500 feet of a ledge of waterfall. So it's like a 1,500 foot wide waterfall. Huge in that aspect, and really cool to see. Kind of a cool trail, kind of meanders through the woods there. We got to see an otter there playing in the water, or off to the bank, I guess you'd say. The number of fish in that water just absolutely astronomical. I'm sure people feed right there too. But it's just a really cool feature. It's not this massive, overwhelming, but the sheer width of it makes it really worth a stop. They're really a cool place to spend some time. Very peaceful set, so don't miss this if you're in New River Gorge. So I mentioned a few minutes ago about Fayetteville Station Road. All right, this is it. Before they built that massive bridge that you're looking at in the distance there, this is how you had to cross this river. You took this narrow road, switchbacks, and I didn't even get a good view of the switchbacks, but this is a curvy, absolutely could be treacherous if you were trying to tow or haul any kind of thing that you're going to haul, anything like that. You can see the bridge. It's a single lane wood bridge. Really cool drive, and I highly recommend the drive, which I highly recommend everything we've done in here in New River Gorge. I really enjoyed the place, but it was just, could you imagine going from having to do this every time you needed to go across the river to less than a mile drive? It's pretty wild what we can do. Sometimes I'm not sure it's always better, but it's really cool. This is something that's a little different for National Park for me. This is just town that's actually in it. I think there's actually a couple of people still living there in Thurmond. One of the cool things is the visitor area, which we didn't go into. There's an actual train station there that's set for years, and an Amtrak runs these trails still. So an Amtrak will come through and you can buy a ticket and be picked up at this station. Now, there's no attendant there. It's an unmanned station, so you have your ticket. You get there, the train stops, you get on, you give them your ticket. No one's going to be there to give you information. But it's just so cool to me to think that this town, this tiny little thing, is such an integral part of the economy. I mean, in this town, when you see the number of buildings that are in it, there's, a pretty nice house up here. It's a big, large house, actually, for a town this size. There's also 2 banks. So there's 3-4 businesses in the entire town, and 2 of them are banks. It tells you, what these towns were really used for. Now, there were some other not so nice things that happened here, and I'm sure there were some good times had. But I'm really glad that the Park Service is preserving this town. It's a little different, but I love this kind of stuff. And all the repairs where it's froze. Any Mart starts an account. Ford Motor Company Depository. Walkthroughs between them. That's wild. There's 2 banks. So a town this size. Hope you got something out of this video. I hope you'll leave me a comment below. Tell me about your adventures in national parks, especially in the River Gorge, or just in the Fayetteville area. Really worthwhile. Guys, if you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you thought. Even if you don't like it, tell me what you think, because I love to hear anything that you can leave. Give me a like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hopefully we'll see you on the road.